everybody. Hello there in Hello Mag Land. I'm Gaby Roslin and welcome to another show. This is so exciting. This is week 3, I think, of Hello Let's Gab. And it is fantastic to be chatting to you via Hello Magazine, a magazine that I've read forever, but also their hashtag, which I love, Hello to Kindness. So this show is going to be fun, hopefully a bit naughty, but very kind. I promise you that as well. So we have got joining me, and I'm putting my glasses on now so I can see your comments as well. But joining me this week, we have lovely JB Gill and his wife Chloe, and I think the kids might be there too, Ace and Kiara. Plus Beverley Knight will be joining me next after I've spoken to JB and Chloe and their kids. That'll be Beverley Knight. Hopefully she just might sing a little bit of the single that she's released. I know she was doing the thank you to Hello last night as well. If you didn't see that, just amazing. And she's a lovely, lovely woman. So we're going to be chatting about that. Look, everybody's going, JB and Chloe, JB and Chloe. Yes, they're on their way. Do not fear. Plus, of course, we have Melissa Hemsley, who every week gives us our Friday evening snack attack. And I know what she's cooking up for this week. What she likes to do is she has a look. There's our editor-in-chief, Rosie Nixon. Good evening to you, Rosie. You looked fantastic in your formal Friday jumpsuit. Absolutely amazing. But as I said, Melissa Hemsley will be cooking up a storm. She'll give us 2 snack attacks. Let's see. Are you standing by? JB and Chloe. I know they are because, in fact, they just texted me. How showbiz does that sound? Oh, goodness me. We're going to be finding out all about, of course, JLS and their tour, because they're going back out on tour. And I know that they've announced something very, very amazing that they're going to be doing later on this year. So we're going to ask JB about that as well. Plus, Chloe, we're going to be chatting to what it's like to live on the farm. Now, last week, very interestingly, we had Matt Baker. And Matt Baker had a chicken with him. No, I don't think JB and Chloe are going to have any chickens. Not that I know of. Let's have a look. Are they there? Are they standing by? JB and Chloe. We've got JB and Chloe. Are you there? They're not there yet. So I'm waiting for them to stand by. That's JB, of course. JB Gill from JLS. I am a massive, massive JLS fan. I always, they are the nicest guys. And I'm really lucky. I've done some charity events with them, and every single time they did anything, I just completely adored them. Really, really lovely guys, and really good people, and they do an immense. I know everyone's saying, who isn't a JLS fan? I mean, I was so upset when they split up. I really was, but now they're back together. So they're going to be chatting about that. And I spoke to Chloe this week, and they're going to tell me all about what it's like with the kids and down on the farm. And as I said, I was hoping they might have one of their animals, but I think possibly not. Also, as I said, Beverley Knight will be joining us. If you saw her singing last night on Hello's live feed, she was fantastic. She is fantastic. She's a really genuinely good, lovely person. I mean, she's absolutely amazing. I'm going to go and see now if they are there standing by. Are you there, JB? No, they're not there yet. I know that they are standing by because they told me. They texted me and said, we're going to be... And no, he's still not here yet. Please fear not. JB is on his way, okay? Wow, you love him. As do I. I think we'll have to all get in a big long queue. And also Chloe. So if you... Chloe, I know they did a wonderful photo shoot. They did a great photo shoot on their farm with the kids for Hello Magazine. And those photographs were absolutely beautiful. Come on, JB, there he is. Ladies and gentlemen, they are on their way. Here we go. Here we go. Very exciting. I adore these two. And I haven't seen Ace since Ace was a baby. Right. Come on in.
Yes! There we go.
Yes! Yes!
I'm not sure what was going on. We were ready.
People.
And it wouldn't go up. So we're here now anyway.
Well, I'm very pleased. And that's the farm. Oh, look at the kids. Hello. Hi there, Ace. I haven't seen you since you were a baby. Hi, Kiara. Say hello.
Good girl, Kiara.
Oh, they're so lovely. So is that the farm behind you?
Yeah, well, this way and that way.
Okay, so what are we looking at? What's right behind you now? Is that just the garden bit that you can play in?
It's our garden.
Oh, it's tiny. How do you cope with that?
Really?
So tell me, how is life like for you guys? And before we get on to obviously talking about the tour, JB.
Hello.
Hello. Tell me what it's like. Ace, you tell me, what's it like at home at the moment? What's it like, everybody being at home all together?
Do you like everyone being at home at the moment?
Yeah. Yes.
What have you been doing?
Doing
like your bike?
schoolwork. I can ride my bike without any stabilizers.
No way.
Yes.
Already? Can we see you on your bike?
Yeah.
Have you got it around? Is it around?
Yeah.
You can go and get it. Go get it.
Go on, you go and get your bike and we can see you on your stabilizers.
He did
So guys,
so
tell me
well.
how has it been? How's it been? Because lots of people are saying it's tough and the kids, you're trying to keep the kids amused. How has it been?
So,
Yeah.
I mean, before Easter holidays, I think because school was continuing, the flow wasn't too bad at home. But having the break and trying to get back into it the last 2 days, it's been quite hard. He's been a bit emotional. It's been quite challenging. But he's like, when are we going to have the weekend again? So I'm looking forward to a couple of days and then hopefully getting back into a bit more of a routine next week. But I think it's hard not seeing friends and trying to explain what's going on, why we can't see Nanny and Granddad, and it's quite hard for a 5-year-old to think, why can't we leave at the house? But we're really lucky, obviously, because we have the farm. Oh, he's going across now.
Yes, upstaging mummy.
So we obviously have the space, and we have animals that we look after. So we're really, really lucky in terms of that. So it's not.
But it's interesting you're saying about young kids, because you know everybody is suffering in their own. There he goes. He's gone right past behind you. Brilliant. Well done, Ace. Well done.
Well done, Ace.
But I think a lot of young kids, they don't understand what's happening. I know that my friend was saying that the kids are heartbroken that they can't see their grandparents. It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a special relationship, you know, that grandparent-grandchild relationship. And I don't think you quite understand just how special it is until you go through a situation like this. And of course, you know, especially on Chloe's side, they'll go away. They'll be on holiday for a couple of weeks at a time. But as soon as they get back, the first thing they do is book in to see Ace, or, you know, they'll take Ace and Kiara for the day, or, you know, we'll be up and down to London or whatever. So he's just jumped off. But it is really difficult, you know, when you're in a situation and you can't actually spend time with them, you know, and it's hard to explain, like you say, to a 5-year-old, because they just don't get it. Ace understands that there's a virus going on and that it's, you know, causing a lot of distractions, but yeah, it's, you know, even if he speaks to them on FaceTime or whatever, he's always like, oh, well, they can just come over and they can have a cup of tea, they can sit in the garden, and then it's fine. It's just like, well, it doesn't quite work like that. He
had a live classroom, a teacher classroom today, and he said to his teacher, when are we coming back to school? When is the virus going? And then she was like, I really don't know, because obviously no one knows when they can go back to school. But
it's because you said it.
Oh, I said it. Because I said
Well, Ace, it's one. Are you enjoying school? Are you enjoying school at the moment, Ace?
You like school at home with Mummy and Daddy?
No.
No, you definitely fell out with Daddy. Daddy was the PE teacher. Yeah. What happened?
Oh, that was good. PE was good.
Oh, what happened?
Maths
Ace,
wasn't so
what
good.
Did Daddy teach you?
Daddy and maths didn't work today. No. But he's good at PE, is he?
That face. Okay, Ace, show me what you and Daddy did in PE. Come on, both of you do your exercises.
Did you star jumps?
Come this way, behind it. No. Okay. What did we do?
We didn't do our star.
No, what did we do? Watch out.
We made snakes.
We made a snake.
You made snakes. Okay. Looking forward to this. Come on then.
Where's your football?
They're off now. Now they're off. They're off going.
I know, that's it. All right, bye then. Bye, JB.
But this one,
it's so true. Well, how old is Kiara now?
So she's nearly 2. She's 2 in July.
We've been doing
Oh yeah. That's
You've
one
been
of
throwing the
one of
football. Okay, let me see. Come on then, Ace. I want to see.
challenges has been throwing a football in the bin.
Oh, he's enjoying it. There's
So we
nothing
have
greater than the simplest things, you see.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look. Okay, we're
Okay.
watching now.
Okay. Oh no.
You try. You try.
Come on, Ace. Come on, Ace. You
Oh,
can do it.
nearly.
Nearly.
Go on, go again. Not too close.
Yay! That's fantastic. You are the champion, Ace. I want to come and everyone's saying, can the Gills adopt me? We all want to come and live with you guys. We really do. So JB, interesting, if I may, and I know you studied theology. Here's a bit of an odd question. Because a lot of people are saying that this time is quite biblical.
Yeah.
And it's extraordinary what's happening. So with that hat on, how do you feel about what's happening in the present time?
That is a very, very good question. There's definitely biblical elements to it. It's difficult to pinpoint exactly which part of, especially Revelation, where it talks about the end times. In fact, most of the New Testament talks about the end times. Even Jesus, when he was here on earth, was talking about that. So I would say we're definitely in the end times. And when you can see situations like this, which is effective, the virus is effectively an enemy that we can't see, And so a lot of people would argue that there's a spiritual element to that as well. And as I say, as you read through Revelation, you can see that, there's a lot of the descriptions about armies and wars and, do you know what I mean? And all the terminology that we're using for this situation at the moment is based on warfare. We're talking about the front line. We're talking about key workers, people who are, going to war against this virus. And so for me, there are definitely parallels to draw between, what we can read in the Bible and what we're going through today.
I knew you'd have something to say about that. I love chatting to both of you. And I remember when last time I saw you, Ace was just a baby. Yeah. And I saw him as a baby boy. But let's now, if we can, we go to JLS, because I mean, what a fan I've been for years, because we've worked together at events and things. And when you split up, I was devastated. And now you're back together. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to do an Ace watch. Yeah. So but obviously everything's had to go on pause now.
Yeah. Well, much to Ace's chagrin, he's not happy because he's probably, I guess our biggest fan. He's been playing the songs of every album every single day.
He loves JLS. We're big fans.
Oh.
So you're not the only one, but I mean, don't get me wrong, obviously things are on pause at the moment. We've not really been in rehearsals just yet. That would have taken place sort of the tail end of summer anyway. And I guess it's touch and go. Fingers crossed, I guess we'll see what happens in terms of whether we'll be able to go on tour in November. But hopefully it will be fine and we'll be back to normal or some sense of normality by then. And if not, then the great thing is that we've already booked the tour, and lots of people have shown their interest and supported us and got their tickets already. So ultimately it'd just be a case of us pushing it back to, a time when we're legally able to, and obviously the government have okayed us for gatherings of that size to be back to normal.
So who was it that made that first phone call and said, right, let's do it?
It was probably Marvin. He made about 20 phone calls, and 19 times he was hung up on or ignored. And I guess the 20th time, I think it's just been the right time, really. We've all sat down, and of course, the other halves, Chloe and all the girlfriends or wives or whatever have been involved, and we've all got young families, we've all got kids involved, and I think it was the right time for us. I suppose there's never really any right time. But, we felt that we were young enough to be able to do it. Obviously it's exciting for our children to be able to experience that and to be a part of it. Chloe's been there since the beginning, and, to choose to be able to do it again is brilliant, and so for us, it was the right time, to go back on tour, and the kids are young enough that they can experience it without it causing too much disruption to anything else.
What does it mean to you, though, Chloe, that he's going to go back out on tour? Are you 100% behind this, or is there a part of you?
I think it's amazing. I think it's going to be so amazing for the children to see, because obviously they just see it on, the screen, or they watch the DVDs, or they hear the songs. So I think it's going to be such a beautiful moment when the boys are on the stage, and then Ace is going to be like, is that really my daddy? But I'm really excited because You know, it's just not been doing that for a while, and then now to go back and obviously we're all really big fans.
Listen to him. Come
I know, he
on,
loves
you're
it.
singing the songs.
But I think you're excited about Daddy going on tour. Oh, right.
I heard you singing, Ace. I could hear you singing. It was really good.
But
I think
no, I think
you
it's
need
gonna
the next generation,
it's gonna be great
JLS.
fun. I think it's going to be great fun.
I thought you used to be tiny.
And JB, you've made an announcement, and few people might not know about it, but you're doing a very special gig, aren't you, as well?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, as you know, we're super excited to get on tour, and we hope that we'll be able to do that at the end of the year. And one of the things that myself, the boys and I have spoken about, we've got family members. I have family members and friends who have been involved in that frontline war we're talking about, and you know, are members of the NHS, or you know, work in hospitals and alongside the NHS. And for us, obviously, we feel very strongly about the support that.
Oh, it's gone still. You've stopped. I hope you're going to come back in. Let's hope they're going to come back in. There we are.
Yeah, not just during this. Oh, there we are. Feel very strongly about the support that they've given to us during this time. So we've put on a special gig, which is just for NHS card holders, for the frontline hospital staff. Of course, we'd love to extend it to key workers and so on. But as I say, the NHS are particularly close to our hearts, and we want to celebrate them in the best way we know how. And that's to do it as a show, which is free for them.
That is fantastic. That's so lovely. I mean, I think that's, you know, there's a horrible, hateful, tragic side to all of this. But there is there are some wonderful things coming out. You know, Captain Tom, all of you guys doing these concerts for everybody. Matt Lucas and his baked potatoes. So, you know, there's all sorts of things, and there's a wonderful feeling of kindness and togetherness and warmth. And I think, and I know that's what JLS are about. It's so much a family feel with you four. Whenever I've worked with you guys, it's just been about happiness and fun and kindness. And I just feel that that's what you're all about.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of our premise. You know, even before this happened and we just announced the tour, that was what we said. We said we wanted it to be a party for people to be able to come out. And of course, there's going to be nostalgia involved because, you know, we've not done it for a little while. But for us, you know, the sky's the limit. We don't know where this is going to take us. You know, we're still young enough, as I say, that we can do it and not look too. Yeah, well, we try anyway. But you know, for us, as you say, it's always been about enjoying yourself and having a great time. And you know, there's lots going on in the world at the moment. Not just this, but all sorts of things. You know, mental health is you know, a huge topic at the moment, and so many different things. And you know, for us to be able to have a celebration at the end of the year, you know, regardless of what's been going on, is just fantastic. And of course, there's going to be even more reason to celebrate once we finally defeat this virus.
Yeah,
exactly. And tell me, how are the other guys? Have you spoken to them all?
Yeah, they're well.
I think we speak every day. We have a family group, and everybody speaks every day. And we're sending videos, and it really is a family group, which is so lovely, and it's always been that way, isn't it?
Oh, how lovely. Yeah. Chloe, are you going to go when he is on tour? Will you be dancing still?
Oh no.
Yes, do it.
What, with him?
Yes.
No.
We saw you two together. You should have won. You should have won that ITV show.
I was so upset because we're very competitive people. We are very competitive, aren't we? And we were like, we want to win everything we do, even if it's getting that in the bin. Yesterday, we were shouting at each other because we had to get it in. We were like, we're not going to bed until we get it in. But no, it was a brilliant show. And we've never actually worked together. So that show is the first time we ever worked together, which was, you were there, weren't you?
I did on my own.
And no, I won't be on tour because I've got these two, and who else is going to look after the farm? He's leaving me with everything.
Well, let's talk about the farm as well, because of course, a wonderful show which you know I love on CBeebies, Down on the Farm, and it literally is a farm. It's not just, you're not just saying it's a farm and there's a nice field behind you. It really is a farm, isn't it? Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, we've got our chickens, which we rescue from the British Hen Welfare Trust. Sorry, Cleo. We've got our Tamworth pigs, which we've had actually since the farm's conception, 7, 8 years now, 9 years even. And then we've had our turkeys. This is our 7th year, I believe, that we're about to go into. So yeah, you know, and it's grown year on year. We've steadily grown it. We've got a great support locally, you know, as a business, and all the things that we're doing, and we got our turkeys from Kelly Bronze, and they've been fantastic working with us and working with them, and yeah, you know, it's been a steep learning curve, especially from pop stardom, but it's great. And now, you know, I've done so many different things over the years, and being a spokesperson for the farming industry, which, as we can see during this crisis, is incredibly valuable, you know, and often I believe undervalued. And so, yeah, as I say, to be able to speak about it and, you know, do various TV shows and events and, you know, campaigns that highlight how amazing farming is and farmers are, is just brilliant, you know, and I love it. I doubt we'll be the biggest farmers here, but yeah, we can definitely make a lot of noise. And of course, there's, you know, things like this, and, you know, our own social channels and all that sort of stuff, which can talk about it and raise, you know, raise awareness for what they're doing.
That's fantastic. And who collects the eggs in the morning?
Who collects the eggs in the morning? You
You,
too.
Kiara?
She loves feeding the chickens. This
Yeah,
one.
Kiara absolutely loves animals.
I don't love any animals.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do, Ace. Ace, what do you...
Yes, you do.
Ace, Ace, actually, all JLS are watching this. All of the guys are watching this. Marvin, they're all there. They're all there watching this. Ace, can you tell me, please, what's your favourite thing to do on the farm?
Nothing.
What's your favourite thing?
Oh, it's gone still again.
He loves the
You like the tractor? Okay.
Yeah.
So there is something you like.
And
I
the
love
and
that.
the
I love
turkeys.
that.
Loves the
Okay,
turkeys.
can we just have Ace? Can we get you on before I say goodbye? Because we're going to go to Beverley.
Ace is-
But before we say goodbye, can I see Ace on his bicycle properly?
One more
Can you
time.
Oh,
take-
yeah.
We need to see him cycling properly without his stabilizers.
Okay,
Go.
Ace, ready? Are you doing it in flip flops?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Gonna go right up there.
Okay.
Go on.
Go on then, get ready. You get ready.
They do know that Ace has got to go on tour with
Here we
them.
go.
Okay, go Ace! Yay!
Keep going, keep going.
Fantastic.
Oh, this way.
Look at him go. 5 years old, first
Go,
bicycle.
go, 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 go. Yeah.
Off he goes into the sunset. Bless you both. I just adore you. You're such good, kind, lovely people, and what a beautiful family. And please take good, special care of yourselves, okay? And
You
stay
too.
We
safe.
will do.
And I'll
Great
see you
to
at
speak
your
to you.
gigs because I cannot wait.
Yeah, we'll do. Thanks, Gabby.
Oh, one more thing. Go
Oh,
on.
go on, go on.
Go on.
Can you see my snakes?
Oh, yeah, no, we do your snakes. This is what
Okay,
we're
now
learning
let's see your snake.
in maths today. Can you see
Okay,
those
can't wait.
snakes?
Oh, yes, I can see them on the ground.
Yeah, they're his number snakes. Up to 80.
Yes.
And then,
We went. And then we went all the way
oops, careful.
110.
We drew number snakes all
110.
the way to 110.
That is fantastic. Oh, look at you guys. Oh, my goodness me. You epitomise Hello Magazine. You're good, lovely, kind people. Bless you. Have a
Anyway,
great
we
evening
love
and
you
thank you so
guys.
much for joining us.
See ya.
Bye. Bye. Oh, my word. How adorable. Goodness me. Ace, if Ace doesn't go on tour with them, I mean, just got to. Now, next up, we've got Beverley Knight. And I think, as far as I know, Beverley is there standing by. We're going to talk all about her charity single and the wonderful Beverley Knight, who I've known for so many years. And she's an incredible, incredible, incredible person. Beverley, hello, my gorgeous.
Hello.
Oh, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. We've all had I mean, look at Ace going around on his bicycle in his number snakes.
I remember when he was living in our Chloe's tummy, and I just thought, oh my God. And now look, now he's riding around the back garden on his
I know.
bike. Bless him.
Bless him. Right, it's about you, Mrs. You are, do you know what? I every time I interview and every time I see you, you get embarrassed because I say this, and you're just not allowed to get embarrassed. Here's the rule, okay?
Okay.
Here is the rule, and you've just got to take it. You do the most incredible job. You are so good and so kind, and what you do is you give out to others all the time. It's never about you. So for that, I applaud you and I thank you.
Thank you.
No, I
Thank
mean
you,
it.
Gaby.
You don't like it. You can't take a compliment.
It's just a bit.
Well, take it. Take it. Right, let's
Thank
start.
you.
If we can, let's start with the single because, of course, last night on Hello, you were talking about it. But let's talk about the single. Tell me all about it. How did it all start?
Well, it started with two brothers who have an entertainment company, and of course their work just flatlined. Everybody who's in the music industry and all of that, the work just went, just stopped. So they wanted to do something for Clap for Our Carers. They were like, oh, maybe we could somehow record a song which could be like the soundtrack to Clap for Our Carers. So they contacted my mate Ben Mitchell, who is a producer, and then all of them got in contact with me and said, Bev, we want to do a single. We're not quite sure how we're going to do it. We've got an idea, but we want you to spearhead it. Would you be up for it? And I was like, yeah, no problem. I can do that. They said, oh, it'll be Bill Withers, Lean on Me. And I was like, oh my God, that couldn't be more perfect for the NHS. Mm-hmm. So I just threw myself into it, and here we are. We've got it all together. It's really exciting.
And it's absolutely beautiful, as you just Dr. Ranch, who I spoke to the other night, he's thrilled to he says, I'm just a small part. And I said, no, everybody plays a part in it. But
that's right.
It's so extraordinary that the words of the song suddenly take on this whole new meaning.
Oh, beyond. I mean, the whole world right now is leaning on their health service. We, of course, have the best health service because we got the NHS. And we're honestly, so many of us are just leaning so heavily on them. So the words, I mean, the whole sentiment of it, you know, call on me when you need a friend. We all need somebody to lean on. It's beyond perfect. It couldn't be a better match. It really couldn't be a better match. I mean, I'm just thrilled and honoured to be a little part of this whole thing.
Can we have a little bit of it from you?
I knew you was going to say that. When you were talking to JB and Chloe and the kids, I was like, I know what's going to happen. You're going to ask me.
You know, I always do it to you. I always do that to you. Just a little bit, please,
That's
my
all
lovely.
right. I'll sing a little bit. Okay, so sometimes in our lives we all have pain and we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
Goosebumps.
Bless.
Bev, that was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
It's a beautiful song to sing.
Yeah, but you with a beautiful voice. So just this voice just can't. You sing from the soul. It's incredible. So if people want to download it, we want everybody to download that. And there's going to be a swipe up. Hello, we're doing a swipe up for that as well,
so,
which is great.
Thank you so much. So you can just download it and stream it and all the platforms, you know, all the platforms. But also you can have a look at the video on YouTube. Just go to NHS Relief /Lean on Me and you'll see me and Joss Stone and gorgeous Josh Daniel. If you remember, Josh Daniel was in X Factor and he made Simon Cowell cry when he sang Jealous, bless him. And the Escala girls are playing strings and Blake are doing their wonderful singing. And then interspersed with all of that are all the beautiful humans of the NHS, either singing along or dancing or just being brilliant. And my sister's one of them because she works for the NHS and she's in...
what does she do?
She is NHS 111. So she's on the phones. When you phone up and say, oh, nurse, I've got a cough, nurse. It'll be my sister saying, right, well, this is what you have to do, blah, 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 blah. I won't even pretend to give out advice because I don't know. But yeah, my sister's one of the wonderful team who you will get through to if you call NHS 111. So I've got loads of family in the NHS, aunts.
Well, will you thank them? Will you please, your sister especially?
Of course.
Because everybody's using that website and the number, and everybody, you know, there's a lot of fear around. So what would you say to everybody about the fear? Because you have great philosophy about life, but there is a lot of fear going on. So how would you, what do you think is the way for people to cope with that fear and the loneliness? There's fear and loneliness.
Yeah, if I take the fear, just from a numbers point of view, most people who sadly contract it, most people will get over it. You know, some people will be, you know, have a little mild kind of symptoms. Some people, like my poor mum and my poor brother, it'll absolutely wipe them out and they'll be fatigued, but they will get better. My mum is chilling in her back garden, drinking a nice cup of tea. My brother's completely recovered.
Thank
most
goodness.
People, thank God, most people will get better. So that's the first thing I would say. The numbers, you know, if you think just statistically, you know, it's a horrible thing to talk about deaths in such a way, but the numbers, every single death is a significant one, but the numbers in relation to us as a population are smaller numbers. So don't go to bed thinking, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, will I wake up tomorrow? Chances are you will wake up tomorrow and the sun will shine again. And that leads on to the loneliness. I'm talking to you right now, you know, on Insta Live, and in a way that we couldn't have even thought about like 10 years ago, not even, you know, maybe 8 years ago or whatever, 6 years ago. This would not have been possible. We have, all of us, a portal into each other's rooms now, into each other's spaces, because we've all got smartphones. Use them and, you know, pick up a phone to people. Most people are like, I'm here, I'm willing to chat, I'm here for you. We've got NHS responders who you can phone and talk to. But really, I would say, get on those phones, get on those laptops, get on your Zoom and your Skype and your chats and your FaceTime and your Insta. The whole world is opening up for us. And
that's wonderful advice.
It's just, there is so much love and good and kindness that has come through in the midst of this madness. You know, drink it all in. It's all there for you.
Oh, I agree. And you are those things, by the way. You really are. Can we talk about with your other hat on? Put your West End star hat. I mean, I've seen you in shows. You're phenomenal. You're absolutely phenomenal. But there was meant to be a new show because it was announced about. Is that all? Do you know what's happening with that?
Well, at the moment, the producers behind the show are like, it's all systems go. We're here. We're doing it. You know, that's what we're going to do. I'm like, I don't know, because the West End, you can't, you know, socially distancing means that we can't all gather together in the way that we'd like to. So it's a bit of a tricky one. I'd love for the show to open at some point this year. It's supposed to open in October. I'd love that to still happen. Fingers crossed. Who knows? But, you know, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. The Drifters Girl hopefully will happen this year.
Oh, I hope so. I was really looking forward to it. It's great. And that music.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's just feel-good songs, you know. It's like my mum and dad's generation of songs. It's like really, really... Everybody knows them. Everybody knows On Broadway. Everybody knows Saturday Night at the Movies and Save the Last Dance for Me. All these really... songs that make you feel like you're getting a hug. That's how I describe the songs,
Boy, do we need hugs right now. We're missing our hugs. Everybody missing their hugs. Are you going to do? Are you also going to go out on the road though, as you, as it were? You know, not as an actress, but as Beverley.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm going to tour at some point. When? I don't know. I'm going to tour. I'm going to be writing new material. I've got so much planned. I've got ideas for TV. I was midway through filming doing a film with Camila Cabello we were filming a film for Hollywood, and
Oh,
that
my
was
word.
ground to a halt. So,
What was that?
oh, it's we're doing a remake of Cinderella.
Of course,
yeah.
Cinderella, yes.
So
Yes.
I'm in that, and you know, I had such a good laugh with Camilla. We had such good fun, and it was her birthday during shooting, so we were having fun stuffing cake, and I was just loving my life doing it. And then I said, yes, I'll see you next month for when we do our next scene. And
Yeah.
virus. So
But it will all come around, and whenever it is, the films will be back, the shows will be back, and you're not going anywhere because you're magical.
No.
Bless you. Bless you. Just remind everybody about the song and where they can download it, please.
Of course. So it's mine and Joss Stone and a whole bunch of other people. It's our version of Lean on Me by the late great Bill Withers. And you can go to your iTunes and your Spotify and all of that, Amazon, all of those platforms. Download it, stream it, or you can go to YouTube, NHS Relief / Lean on Me. Put that in the little search, and the video will come up. And you can donate. There's a little link there to donate, Virgin Money Giving. If you click on there and just donate whatever you want, I know there'll be a lot of very, very grateful people at the NHS, because we're supporting 2 charities I'll just mention, NHS Charities Together and UOKDoc, and they both look after the mental well-being of the men and women of the NHS, you know. So when they come home and they've got to stress about their kids and, oh my God, I've got to teach them, and all the things that other people have to worry about, and then, you know, and then actually trying to save lives. So the mental health is so important. So that's why we're raising the money.
Well, bless you. All the stuff that you do for charity, you do an immense amount, and you're a very good, kind woman. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining me today. And good luck with the song.
Pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
Beautiful girl. Thank you very much, Beverley.
Take care.
Bye. Bye. Oh, lovely Beverley. Now, coming up next, we have, of course, our wonderful Melissa Hemsley. I think she might be there. Melissa Hemsley, come on in. Now, she gives us a snack attack every single Friday on Hello, Let's Gab. Last week, she had it all around Matt Baker and Ben Shepherd. So who? Well, you know what she's going to be. You know what she's going to be doing this. Actually, I do. I'm just pressing the buttons. Are you there? There she is. So we know who she's cooking for, but we want to know what she's cooking. Now, usually I have an idea of what it is. I have a sneaking idea. Come on in. Hello, beautiful girl.
Hello, Gabby. Hi, everybody. You're right.
How are you? How are you doing?
Got to turn the radio off as well. We had the radio. We had you on my laptop. I'm really good, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you. And how's Henry?
He's excellent. He's standing by with a gin.
With the gin? Oh, that's the only way he can taste your food. Come on in, Henry. Oh, look. Oh,
Friday night feels, Gabby.
Oh, cheers, Henry. Lovely to see you both. Okay,
Cheers, everybody.
Now, last week, of course, you made food that was very much keeping in mind Matt Baker and Ben Shepherd. So I have a feeling you may have done the same thing. Oh, look, there's Rosie Nixon, our editor-in-chief, out, because now we're involved. Our editor-in-chief saying hello to you. So what have we got for this week, please, for our snack attacks?
Well, I love that we get excited and creative about, we plan these Friday snacks, Gabby and I, based on what's in my fridge. What Gabby and I, what I do. Now, you're my inspiration, Gabby. You're half of it. And plus Gabby's amazing guests who you've just been watching. We've all been enjoying watching them too. And, oh, I'm just checking I haven't burnt something. Oh, I almost did. And so for the Gills, we're thinking about vegetables and their farming and their love of being outdoors. So we've come up with sweet potato carrot fritters, which I am just about to flip over here. I'll show you that. And then for Beverley, I was thinking Beverley is so full of energy. I've been mesmerized watching all her trampolining videos. Have you seen those?
Yes, I know.
I know. Want to get trampoline. And obviously you need to have loads of energy and thinking about tour life and so on. And you know, I started with my sister as private chefs for bands. So I was thinking about like a power shake, but something really delicious that doesn't feel like a healthy power shake, something that's just delicious. So I've got here, shall I start? I mean, I've started.
Oh, no, yes, do. Actually, let's start with the sweet potato, because because I love sweet potato. I'll have it with everything. So what have you done? What's it mixed with?
Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to quickly turn them because they're ready. But it is half a sweet potato, and I also mixed it with a bit of cauliflower and also some carrot, and we had a bit of them for lunch, and then we're just doing the rest of them now. And here in the bowl, it's not very attractive. It is grated carrots and sweet potato mixed with, I used chickpea flour, also known as gram flour. You can use any flour you've got, and if you can't get flour, you can grind up some oats and make oat flour, which is, we talked about before, I think, great if you're gluten-free, you can get gluten-free oats. And then I mixed it with some curry powder. You can mix it with any herbs and spices. Mix it together, literally grate it in, just with a normal box grater. Mix it with some flour, a bit of egg if you've got one. And then they turn into these lovely little fritters that I fried in coconut oil. And you just
love this.
Oh, they're gorgeous. And you just need enough oil to cover the bottom of the pan. And you can also do this. You can make sweet ones with apple and banana, which is lovely. Maybe a little bit of coconut oil with them, which would be really good. So we've been doing that. We've had them like this. I've been a bit fancy, and I've sort of like chopped some parsley. Can you see down there?
No, not yet.
Sorry, the cameraman didn't. Yeah, got the scissors. Go on, Henry. Get that luscious close up. You know, and then I'm just putting they just edge on. And what's lovely is you can make a massive batch of them. They are amazing cold. They are lovely. You can warm them in the oven, and then you can just, tomorrow you could have them with a little egg on top, whatever you want. They're just such a good way. And the reason I came up with them is when I had 3 carrots before, and I thought 3 carrots, I don't really want to make a meal out of carrots, but I can make these lovely little fritters.
Oh, do you know what? Every time you do that to me, I suddenly, my kitchen is beckoning because I get so hungry. Those look amazing. Okay, Henry, taste test time, please.
That's a hot one.
Come on, Henry, with your gin in your hand.
Crispy, delicious, hot, yummy.
He's so good. He's so good. You two.
You don't even need me. Just Henry just eating stuff. Okay, so that was inspired by the Gills, because I thought Mum and Dad, the kids would love it. Kids love fritters. You can bake them, or you can start them in the thing. Anyway, onto a little power shake. I've got here, can you see? These are bananas that have been in the freezer, which is so nice because you can churn them into like instant ice cream. You can blend them into smoothies and power shakes.
Hold on. Somebody's just asked a very good question that I should have asked. Somebody just said, are the sweet potatoes cooked first?
No, thank you. That's a good point. They're not. I literally, here's my carrot. Pretend that's the sweet potato. I don't even peel it. And I just, if you can see here, Henry, you just literally grate it in there with the egg, with the spices, with the flour. If you can let it sit for 20 minutes, it will help everything combine. But if you're in a big rush, you can, just wait. And that's literally, and then you use your 2 spoons that you've mixed with. It all happens in one bowl, and you just pop it there and you let it fry. And like when you make pancakes, the first one's always a bit rubbish in the sense that it falls apart. But you just eat that one. You can eat that one and test it for seasoning, and then you can adjust. The first one's never going to look so pretty, but who cares?
Oh, that's
Thanks for that
question.
question.
Thanks for that.
So then the Beverley inspired sunshine shake, bit of banana that was perfectly ripe and then went into the freezer. And so it's nice because it acts as an ice cube as well, because our freezers are probably getting really full. We're trying to put ice cream, have ice cubes in there. It's getting busy. So now I've got frozen banana to act as ice cubes and banana. It's banana that acts as banana.
Yeah, I like that.
You put it in. I've got a little bit of oat milk. Obviously, some people are making their own oat milk these days. You can use normal milk, you can use cashew milk, get that going. And then I've got this gorgeous chai. Do you like chai, Gabby?
You know what? I've got some at home and I've never used it. And I've got it because you always go on about it. And I've never actually ever used it. I don't know what to do with it.
Okay, amazing. I love that I'm influencing you.
Completely.
It smells. Henry, go on, have a smell of that. Did you hear that? He said, it's delicious. You've got things like cardamom and ginger and cinnamon and turmeric and beautiful spices. And you might have had a chai latte or a chai tea before. So for ease, if you're like me and Gabby, you've got some in the cupboard waiting to be used, you just literally add it to the blender. If not, you can add things like cinnamon, fresh ginger. I love it, so I'm going to add quite a bit. I'm also, if like me, you know I'm always clearing my fruit bowl out, got a really, really like sad looking clementine, soft enough that no one wants to peel it and eat it.
Yeah.
I can squeeze that in.
This is great because it's all about, we're not trying not to waste anything.
Yeah, exactly. That's going in. Also, my mum would then put that in the oven to make a natural free homemade freshener, because that the waft of the citrus in the oven would be lovely.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then you just blend that up, and that's it. Just a lovely shake inspired by Beverley. Delicious.
But also, you think the kids would love it because it's like a milkshake, so the kids will just think they're getting a nice milkshake. Oh, it stopped. There we go. There, you're back. You're back with us. And actually, the sort of thing that Beverley will love.
I hope so. I want to see her bouncing on my trampoline with this. And then I'm just utilising an old gin glass. Oh, thought I'd make a bit more than that. And then you just garnish it. In my head, was going to fill beautifully to the top. It is a rather large glass. And you can, you know, put a little sprig. I haven't done it, but a little sprig of your little thing. And it's just, you know, this is all about snacks, like mid-morning or mid-afternoon when you want a little something. But, you know, fritter's great if you want to, it's hot, you want to fry. But if you just want something cool and lovely, and I know, Gabby, you don't drink coffee so much and so on, and tea, so this is lovely. All those gorgeous spices. Henry,
come on then, Henry. Let's have it. He's going to say yummy. Go on.
Well, that's good.
Oh, he didn't say yummy.
Good. Really good. Yummy. Cheers.
Oh, that's
I mean, he wants to drink his gin, but I think he enjoyed that.
Oh, he definitely did. And I mean, obviously you told us, which I didn't know about Henry, that his mummy was one of the best Blue Peter presenters ever. So that's how he knows exactly how to behave in front of the camera.
She's an OG. She was one of the first, wasn't she?
She was.
Shall I let Henry? Shall I take next Friday off, or we'll just have Henry?
No.
Henry's an amazing cook.
No, I like the two of you. I like him as your taste tester and cameraman, and you are a complete star. You know, I think you're the best. Bless you.
We love you, Gabby, so much. Bye, everybody. See you next Friday.
Bye.
Bye, Melissa. Oh, what a joy, a joy, a joy. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to week 3 of Hello, Let's Gab. We're going to be saving that, of course, on the Hello feed. And I will be putting it over on my feed at Gaby Roslin. And it's also on YouTube on Monday. We put it up on YouTube so you can watch it all again. So, of course, I know lots of you were saying, oh, can I have the recipe? Don't worry, because Hello Magazine will put the recipe up for you, as will Melissa Hemsley. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good weekend, everybody. And I'll see you next Friday. I'm going to tell you who the guests are. Shall I? Shall I? Bye. Bye, everybody. Oh, and Lisa.